The next page is the Arpeggiator page. To use the Arpeggiator, you will need to turn it on by pressing the on switch. There are 6 arpeggio directions to choose from. Up arpeggiates the notes upwards. Down arpeggiates the notes downwards. Random will play the notes in a random order. Alt up will play the notes forwards going up, then backwards going down. Alt down will do the opposite and play the notes backwards going down, then forwards going up. Funnel plays the highest note, then the lowest note, then the second highest note, then the second lowest note, and so on. The sync section is where you can set the synchronization of the arpeggiator. If beat or onset is selected, the arpeggiator will automatically sync to the tempo of the host application or DAW. In beat mode, the arpeggiator will automatically sync to the beat position of the host tempo. In onset mode, the arpeggiator will sync automatically to the metric position of the incoming triggered notes. If both beats and onset modes are turned off, then the arpeggiator runs on its own built-in tempo, which can be adjusted by the speed parameter. The pattern section is where you can set a rhythmic pattern to perform while the arpeggiator plays. There are 10 different patterns to choose from, including off mode. In the center of the arpeggiator page are the speed and timing controls. The speed control lets you adjust the speed or rate of the arpeggiator in BPM. This can be set from anywhere between 40 BPM and 320 BPM. This can also be set by the internal clock of a DAW if you so wish to. The timing control allows you to add shuffle or swing to the arpeggiator. The clock section allows you to set the note value for the arpeggiator in musical values, for example, quarter notes and triplets. The gate section allows you to adjust the length or gate time of each note that is played by the arpeggiator. The octave range section allows you to set how many octaves the arpeggiator will play. At a setting of 0, only 1 octave will be arpeggiated. The reset control allows you to set when the arpeggiator will reset the note played. The sort order section lets you choose which order the arpeggiator plays the notes. As played will play the notes in the exact order as you play them. Reversed will do the complete opposite, so it will play the notes in the opposite order you play them. Key, low, high will play the order of notes from the lowest note to the highest note. High, low will do the opposite. Vel, low, high will play the notes with the softest velocity to the hardest velocity. Vel, high, low will do the opposite and will play the hardest velocity note to the softest velocity note. Chord mode will trigger all the notes played as one chord. The velocity mode section lets you choose how the velocity from the notes that are played will be put in order by the arpeggiator. Each note will play the notes and the velocity of each note back exactly as you played them. First note uses the first note's velocity to set the velocity of the other notes. Last note does the opposite, so the last note's velocity sets the velocity level for the other notes played. The mode section determines how the arpeggiator will work. Normal mode will allow the arpeggiator to play as normal, so if a chord is held down, then the arpeggiator will run through the notes played until you stop playing the chord. You are also able to add extra notes on top of the notes that are already playing. One-shot mode will allow the arpeggiator to play the notes once, then the arpeggiator will stop. Hold will allow the arpeggiator to hold the notes and continuously arpeggiate them even after you release them. It will continue to play them until you start to play other notes.